forget to like and subscribe. Now please enjoy the video. Hello everybody, welcome back to another one of my videos. Today we'll be reviewing the Transformers Age of the Primes Micronus Prime. Now before we get into the video, exactly for that reason, my voice may sound a bit off today because of the allergies that's been going around, but I hope I can do this video without me sounding weird. So aside from that, let's get to the Transformer himself. So taking a look at him, you can see the great detail he has. He has a very good detail. Not much detail on his back. You can see the motorcycle and the wheels, of course, but he does have some detail. He has some of the details showing on this side, some of the details showing on this side, and he has most of his detail showing on the front. And so that's about it for the detail and everything he comes with. Obviously, his only accessories are, well, honestly, Micronus Prime himself, and then his artifact, which goes along his chest. Oops, dropped something in the background. Alright, so let's go down to his artifact and his other accessory. So this right here is actually Micronus Prime. That right there was the Apex armor. I don't know where the Apex armor comes from itself, but I know that it's called the Apex armor. And going to his artifact, I honestly don't know what it is, but I know it has something to do with mini-cons, because I know that's what Micronus is about. So let's kind of like zoom in, because there's a symbol that I want you guys to see. There you go. You see that symbol, the black symbol? I don't know if you guys can see it, if it's kind of blurry for you guys, because I think it's kind of close. But this is a symbol. There is a symbol. And going to another insignia, here is the Micronus Prime insignia. You can see. And I'll get to Micronus Prime after the video, but let's keep him in his disc mode, and let's bring him onto the Apex armor. Alright, and then close it. And he doesn't come with any accessories, unfortunately, but he is an armorizer, which should be his own accessory. He is an accessory himself to other Transformers you want to armorize. I unfortunately don't have Firefly, but hopefully I'll get him in the future, and I'll show you guys that Firefly combination. And yeah, so let's go to the articulation. So for articulation, you have the full 360, kind of full 360 because it bumps into this. And then you also have the outwards, inwards, elbow 90 degrees. And then going down to the legs, he has no waist rotation. Oh, also, forgot one more thing. He has wrist rotation. No waist rotation, but he does have thigh rotation. He has knee rotation. And he has ankle rotation. And he also has some toe rotation if you want, I guess. If you want the toe rotation, but that's basically for the transformation. And that's about it for the articulation. Now let's start to get into the size comparison. We're getting into the not transformation, size comparison. Got mixed up. Alright, getting into the size comparison, let's start off with the Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee Radisting. And you can see Radisting is basically just a repaint of Kickback. But look how much smaller he is. He's the smallest deluxe class I think I have. Well, he's basically Minibot. Standing next to Transformers Age of the Primes Topspin. And you can see the height difference. Standing next to the Transformers Age of the Primes Headmaster Freeze Out. And hold on, just stand this guy up. Oops. about the size of the toe, or the size of the foot. Standing next to Transformers Age of the Primes, Razor Claw. And you can see he's half his size, so this guy's twice his size. Micronus is a small prime, but anyways, standing next to Transformers Age of the Primes, Spirion. You can see he's about the height of the leg, or up to the knee, I guess. Or not even the knee, he's up to like right here. And there you have the size comparison done. Now let's get into the transformation. So the first step that we want to do for the transformation is to remove the artifact. And guys, collect all the primes and collect all the artifacts, because Hasbro's going to do something really cool with those. Alright, so removing that. We're going to remove his arms, because he is an armorizer too. Alright, so remove arms, put them to the side. Next thing that you want to do is you want to open his chest. You want to take Micronus himself out. And I'm just going to push him up from the back. There you go. And then what you want to do is you want to remove his legs. Just punch out his legs. Separate individual piece. Let's put his body to the side. And now let's get into the legs. So what you want to do is you want to flip these up. You want to fold these to the sides. So you want to flip this up and then fold them to the sides. Once that is done, you want to pull this down. And sometimes this does get kind of annoying, but when you're trying to fold in the foot, or the toe into the foot, it sometimes does tend to break on you. It sometimes breaks off, but don't worry, it's fixable. And it's not like one of those white where it just breaks and you can't put it back. It actually has a mechanism where you can put it back. And yeah, so just close it like that. And once the toe is in, it should be looking like this. Then you just want to come over here, this side, lift up the leg, and just lift it up like that. And then once that is done, you want to lift up this other leg. But when you lift it up, you want to make sure that this is moved up to the side first. And then you want to lift it up like so. And before you close it completely, you want to fold this back in, close it. Make sure it's all compressed together, so just give it a good squeeze in the background. And there you have a wheel. Okay, that was not intended. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to come to the body. And you want to fold in his head. You want to fold up these flaps. And then you want to end up squeezing them together so that they're tightened. And then here, let me show you the pieces. So this is piece A, piece B, piece C, my mistake, and then piece D, and then piece E. So you should have piece A, piece B, piece C, piece D, and piece E. And those should all play a part to come back together into the motorcycle mode, or unicycle, I guess. So then you want to lift up these, you want to close them down, and those little ninja stars, and then push it forward, and then you want to open like this, and then once that is open, you can insert the wheel. So here's how it works. Those four tabs are supposed to go into these 4 holes. And you just want to add it in like that. Oops. And you want to add this one in. So move the other piece to the side. So combining piece A and piece B. And then once that is done, let's just close that together. And make sure give it a good roll, because once you have it in, sometimes it tends to do this. But for some reason, either the head or something in there blocks it from rolling entirely. So you just want to roll it and make sure it gets a good roll. And once you got a good roll, now you can end up closing these, and they should tab in to the sides of the unicycle. Once that is done, you want to end up coming to the back and then grabbing those exhaust pipes or the hands. And I like to fold them down, but you're not really supposed to. That's what the instructions don't say. But I like to fold it down just to hold it in place so it doesn't fall back or fall forward. And that is the motorcycle mode complete. Now, you might be wondering, why do I have piece C and piece E still here? The reason why is that because Micronus is going to ride his Apex armor. So let's finally transform him. And take out the legs from the sides. Let's take out the arm, fold it up, fold this arm up, pull it down, pull this one down, turn around his head, and there is Micronus fully transformed. And for this exact mode, for him to ride his unicycle, you want to grab the artifact, put it on his back so he protects it, and now you have Micronus Prime himself. Now, before we get into anything else part of the unicycle, let's kind of pause here and let's get into Micronus Prime himself. So, starting off with Micronus Prime, I'm gonna make this quick so we can go back to the transformation. So you can see that he has the detail from the Robots in Disguise version. I've seen it, I've watched it, I know what it looks like. And let's get into articulation. Pretty simple, just go around, ball joint articulation. And he has the elbows, the full go arounds. He can kick out, kick in, kick back. And you have bits of knee rotation, and that's about it for articulation. Now this guy's pretty small, so I'm just gonna do a few size comparisons just to show you guys how he looks entirely. So in order to do that, let's bring ourselves to a headmaster. He's about half his size, so there you go. And let's bring in another transformer. See Radisting about up to the knee. And that is the small review for the smaller transformer. Oh, I forgot to mention one thing. Head rotation. Yeah. And that is about it for the smaller guy. Getting back into the transformation. So now that we have Micronus in his robot mode, and we've done that little review on Micronus Prime himself, because I didn't do that at the beginning of the video. Let's end up, what you want to do is you want to lift up his arms, turn around his arms like this so it looks like he's riding a motorcycle. Grab his legs, fold them out like this because of the ball joint. Latch on his arms, and it kind of depends on how you just put him. If you like to put him like this, kind of, where it looks like he's actually like driving with his body upright. But anyways, how you like to do it. So once that is inserted, you want to push his body forward, and now he should be looking like he's actually riding a motorcycle. If you want, you can fold out these things, so there's a way, some kind of block. And in fact, I'm going to grab my block in the back. And I know it doesn't blend in as great as it should, but hey, I did it. So there is Micronus Prime fully transformed. Now, he has a rollie. He has a wheel. I would put him on the rolling mats, but when I roll him, he's just gonna do that. I know that's for sure. So I'm just gonna do the bit of a rolling test here. I'm just going back and forward, you know. Pretty decent, you know. And his exhaust pipes aren't blast effect compatible though. I just noticed that right now. I noticed that at the beginning of the video. I just didn't tell you guys because Of course, why would I tell you why they are not Blastfest compatible? I wish they were, honestly, because I could use some Flame Omega Supreme Blast effects just coming out and like a you know, something like that. And look here, there's a bit of the paint coming off from the insignia, so when you touch it, be careful with it because you don't want paint coming off of the insignia. And yeah, so this is just the transformation of Micronus Prime. Nothing much to go around. Not much gimmicks, except for the Micronus Prime inside his Apex armor. But well, that's about it for the review, guys. And I hope you enjoy this video. And please like and subscribe.